Okay, there we go. All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another video. We're looking at the NASDAQ 100 futures. Also have the ES futures up. Just looking here at my higher time frame chart. Yesterday, of course, everyone has, seen that we had a sell-off in the market here on the NASDAQ, making lower lows and lower highs, breaking structure to the downside. And then towards the close of yesterday, we started moving back up, okay, and taking out some areas of structure back to the upside here. So in today's session so far, overnight, we made a high here, sitting up here at 70, or that's 16,970. Came back down here. Let me see here. Broke through a small area of structure here to the downside as we move lower right here. So kind of moving sideways now in between this high we got right here and this low right here. So be careful about trading, particularly in between, a high and a low like this right here. So we're moving sideways in a wedge right now. So not a lot of activity going on. I'm just looking at my charts right now, to be honest with you guys, because I have had some things to take care of this morning, but I'm going to look to see if I can possibly maybe take at least one trade, two trades today. We'll see. So let's see here. What is going on? Looks like to me the market could possibly, we don't know. I mean, it could break back higher and break this area structure right here to the upside, right? But just as well, it could move lower and break this area down here. Okay, so we could get a structure break to the downside, or it can continue breaking minor areas of structure here back to the upside right here and break above here at 970. So I'm just kind of waiting out to see what it's going to do. Let's see. Rejected right up in here. There was, pay attention here. Not sure if you could possibly take a short from here, but there would have been a long entry. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me see something. 940 at this pivot level right here at 840, 16,840. Okay, right here. Let's see. I mean, that pivot level there, you could have possibly at 40 looking for rejection. On the lower time frame, there was a demand area here on the lower time frame, the 12 range, right at that 40 pivot level. Maybe look for rejection there. Take a long. I would aim for back up to this possibly. Let's see, maybe this area up here, somewhere in this area right here between 887 and 888, 890, somewhere around there. Okay, but trying to see what we're doing right now because we're in this wedge and can't see it. This is what the market is doing. We're in a wedge right now, so I'm either waiting for it to break lower or for it to break higher here. I'm just going to wait it out. All right, so there was a short entry, and I didn't take it. I missed it. Let me show you how this thing unfolded, okay? We broke structure, this area here. I mentioned that back to the downside, right? There's an area of supply resting right here. Okay, we kind of wicked out above it, but they were grabbing liquidities from the top end right here, okay? So the market went back up, grabbed liquidity here. There was a supply area right here, right? So this is roughly around 1025. Let's go to that time frame here on the lower time frame. The lower time frame. All right, so this is the general area. I'll tell you what, better yet, let's do this. Let's go ahead and put this box on all charts, and let me remove that. Okay, so now that I have that, we'll pull it up. All right, so this is that 60 range supply zone, okay? And right now, we're starting to break area structure back to the upside. Then it comes back and folds back down during the session and breaks this area to the downside. So there's opportunity to take a short right here, okay? It's ranging right now, so be careful, all right? But there was still a short to be taken here. It pulls back up to this key area of supply right here. Focus on this box right here. Don't focus on this one right here. Remove that. This area right here. So when it taps back into a supply area, we're looking for the market to reject. And what we want to see on a lower time frame is a breaker structure in the opposite direction here, okay? And this is part of the strategy. We mark off a higher time frame zone, okay? Just as we did on the 60 range chart, this area supply right here. And then we move down to our lower time frame 12 range chart. Okay, I trade range based charts. All right, and then what we're looking for is a what? We're looking for a supply setup on the lower time frame chart. All right, so the market gets in the zone. It does, again, like I said, it wicks out above it. Okay, you notice it right here, but that's a grab, liquidity grab to do what? To go back down in the opposite. Well, to go back down. What's that? To go short. Okay, to push lower. So what we're waiting to see to unfold here on the chart is a breaker structure back to the downside. All right, so we're already, pulling back to a key area supply. All right, so which means that we're looking for a opportunity to go short. So we have a bearish direction, mindset, or bias, however you want to call it, or sentiment. All right, so look, the market taps into the zone, pushes down, boom, pulls back, break structure right here. So now we have a area of, let's bring this box out some. An area of right here, breaking structure to the downside, okay? And then this area here, see this small little area right here? Let me blow this up for you a little bit. This is an area of supply, okay? Push down, pull back, push lower, all right? All right, so this is an area of supply right here, as well as, let's see, the market did come back up here and react at this area here. But right here, I'm going to mark this off right here, okay? So the area of supply, and I'm going to take it further out because you're going to see where it rejected at when it gets up there. Trying to keep this thing in line. Please forgive me. This thing wants to do what it wants to do sometimes. Oh, where's it at? Okay. Oh, I got to move it down. Keep bringing it out. Okay, right here. All right. It gets over here and rejects this area here. Okay. But let's go back over here. All right. So, taps into the higher time frame supply. We'll look for breaker structure below, right? This is a small area of supply right here to the downside that that was an area of supply right here, okay? All right, we get back into this area over here, and look what happens. The market rejects that area of supply, okay? And so what I do is I just look to see where I can take the trade back down to. Now, if you take it and looking at the the lower time frame chart, you could have actually taken the trade. Let's see here, down here to around the 890 area, as you can see here on the higher time frame right here, to fill in these imbalances back down to this area right here around 889, 890. Okay, so that was a opportunity to go short on the and looking at the structure of the market. It broke right here, broke a key area structure, pulled back. Again, that was a supply area right there, and the market rejects that area. Okay, rejects that area, but there was a supply area that formed on the lower time frame chart. Okay, so we'll go back on the lower time frame. Again, we're looking for a supply setup. So basically, when we tap into that higher time frame supply area, then we're looking for we move down to the lower time frame, looking for a supply setup on the lower time frame once it taps into the higher time frame zone. Okay, so this is an area of supply right here. Okay. All right, small aggressive area right there. There's an aggressive area right here. You see the market pull back to it. I didn't really care for this area because, let me see something. Yeah, because when the market, this is a tested area already. The market, aggressive selling, it pulls back right here to this area. When it broke that that bullish candle to the upside right here, this next candle came back and filled in any type of gap or void back to the area of supply there. So that one, even though it came back and it did test it and reject that area again, I didn't. I wouldn't have traded that more than likely because I'm trying to follow my set of rules. Is what I'm trying to say. So, but this one here, yep, it would have worked right here, and it pushed lower as you can see here on the chart here on the higher time frame chart. So let's see if we're going to break structure now to the downside. I know a lot of us probably been waiting back to see what it's going to do. Is it going to continue breaking structure to the downside, or we're going to, start breaking back to the upside here? All right, so it definitely appears that we are moving lower. So we broke structure here on the higher time frame So there is a area of supply resting back here at 897 and a half. But being that we're bearish now, breaking structure on the higher time frame, you could actually look for pullbacks on the lower time frame to key areas of supply. So, if we go over to the lower time frame, you can look for, like I just said, key areas of supply. Like, all right, so this is a tested area right here. The market pushed down, pulled back, broke lower. When it broke lower right here, you can see that this candle here broke below this candle here, and then the next candle came back. It filled any means of imbalance back to that area. Not imbalance, I'm sorry guys, gap of void back to that area right there. So now there's a small little imbalance that just filled right there. So all right, I'm in a short entry here, and I'm going to take out right here already. Okay, that was just a quick entry. I was trying to hit the record button just as quick as I was getting into that trade there. Okay, so I mentioned just a quick moment ago that since we're breaking structures to the downside within today's session here, broke here, okay, pull back, broke lower, broke structure right here. On a lower time frame, you can look for supply setups is what I'm trying to say. So when I saw the market pulling back here, all it did was pull back, and then what did it do? It made a supply setup right here, okay? And I didn't really wait for the pullback. I saw it push up, pull back, break higher, boom, broke structure right here. And when it pulled back right here, so it broke right here. This candle here went pulled back right here, basically to this area of resistance. I went short because every blue moon I'll take a trade like that. Not too many times. I would prefer for it to see it come back to this area right here, 59.5, but it didn't. It just kept pushing and pushing. I saw this bullish momentum, bearish momentum, stepping in, and I went ahead and took my shot because I knew that it was probably going to come down here and test this imbalance resting right here at 846 and a quarter, and that's why I took that trade there real quick. So can it come back up there and test that area right here? Sure it can, but be mindful and follow price action as it comes back to this area here. So what I'm going to do is mark this area right here. This is a supply zone sitting here on the lower time frame 12 range chart, and we could tap into it. And I'm going to pay close attention to price action, if we get back to that area there. All right, let's see. What is the market going to do? We are breaking lower now. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, I'm closing right here. I was looking for it to come down here and fill this area here at 843 and a quarter. And it could come in a little lower here and come all the way down here to 37. So this was a supply area right here, okay, on the lower time frame. So again, pay attention to the higher time frame, what took place here. We started breaking, into today's session, structure back to the upside, right? Okay. Again, this would be if we came up here taking out areas of structure from yesterday, this would be a major breaker structure if we pushed higher. We didn't. We made a high here, came back within the session and broke this area of structure right here. So my mind would start to look for a short entries, right? So then we broke lower high, okay? Broke lower and made a new low here. So I would start to, because we're not really pulling back to any key area of supply on the higher time frame, then I could just move on down to my lower time frame and look for supply setups on the lower time frame, and that's what I did. So we made a low here, pull back, broke lower, and when we broke lower here on this pullback right here, we started breaking minor areas of structure back down to the downside. We didn't take out this area right here, this low right here, but we started breaking. We broke structure right here below 857. So this is a supply area right here, and it pulled back there and it rejected that area. So I'll wait for the rejection, close the candle opposite direction, go short, and that's what I did. Took my trade. Okay. So I'm looking to wait to see what it's going to do here. If it's going to break, this would be another. Let's see here. Yeah, structural break if it breaks below here at 829. So I'm just waiting to see what it's going to do. Is it going to continue following suit? Low, lower, high, making a new low here? lower high, and then make a new low. So following that structure, moving within a where we at? Channel, moving into it, moving within a channel to the downside here. Are we going to do that? Okay, and then break yesterday's low. Will we do that, or are we just setting ourselves up to basically pull back here to run higher? Okay, so right now I'm trading in the direction of market structure. Okay, paying close attention to it. We broke structure right here. All right, started making lower lows and lower highs. So we look for pullbacks to do what? To go short. Okay, and because we're not testing any area of higher area of supply on the higher time frame, then I'm going to look for minor areas of supply and continuation in the direction of with the higher time frame. So we're bearish into today's session. I'm looking for opportunities back at key areas of supply on the lower time frame. I missed this short right here. The market pulled back. Okay, this is a lower time frame. And then we started breaking structure back down to the downside. Break here, broke here, pull back. Okay, right here, it was testing a small little imbalance area within this area, small area of supply right here. Rejected it, get the break below, go short. Okay, why? Also, look, there is areas or imbalances that need to be filled back down to the downside, and this right here was an area of demand. Okay, so basically you're taking this setup here to supply back down to this area of demand in a sense. But there's areas to fill right here. Okay, there's imbalances that need to be filled to the downside. So this small area right here, there's an imbalance resting within that supply zone. Okay, it's low probability, but the thing about it is it's still an imbalance, and I'll talk about that in videos. Within that zone that hadn't, that when it pushed down right here, this candle right here came back to that and filled the gap of void back at the supply zone. But when it pushed lower and came back, it filled every bit of the imbalance resting at that zone. You get the break below, you go short, aiming for this area down here to fill in the imbalances back down to the downside, and it pushed lower. Okay, so that would have been a nice trade to go short, and because also we're moving in the direction or with the direction of the higher time frame. Higher time frames breaking structure down to the downside. Okay, now we've got a break. Where could it come back to? It could pull back to this area right here, where the supply is resting right here. There's a gap of void. Okay. Back at this zone right here. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this one up too. Okay, right here, another supply zone. It could pull back, tap into the zone, or it could actually pull back a little deeper and tap into the area of imbalance resting within the zone. Look, we're already tapping back into it already. It's pulling back just as strong as it moved away from the area. It's pulling right back to it now. So but the market's a little volatile right now, so be careful. Let me go back to my lower time frame. Look at that. Yeah, there's something pushing the market right now. So I would be very mindful. Let me look at news. Is there anything happening? No, there's no news on the economic calendar. So let me see here. But we are back within this area of supply. This is a supply zone on the higher time frame. All right, so this is kind of, yeah, I'm gonna stay out of the market right now. It could definitely reject this area, but look how it's kind of moving real, erratic and quickly. So be careful. We could actually move on back down. It could reject this area and come all the way back down here and fill in 830. So let's see what it does here. I probably took my last trade already for the day. Again, I'm not trying to push it, guys. I'm gonna be very careful in how I trade. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what it does. It's going to test this area here first at 58 and then test lower areas. Possibly. We'll see. Oh, we just broke. Did we break that area? Okay, we wicked out the top right here. So they grab liquidity at the top end of these highs right here. And let's see what kind of game they're going to play now. Are they going to look at it, it's pushing lower? So that's what they did. They came back up so far and wicked the top out on the higher time frame, grabbed liquidity and pushed it lower here. So let's see if they're going to continue pushing it higher or lower at this point. Now it just broke structure to the downside right here. Let's see what it does though. But it broke through this area of supply resting right here. Okay. So they may be trying to push higher now. So be very careful here. Be very careful. What did it come down to? 8. I don't know. It's got this area here that it needs to fill. I'm not saying it's gonna happen today, but it keeps coming down there. Made a low, filled some in, pull back. Broke lower, filled some in even lower, pulls back. Broke lower, filled some in lower. So is this a pullback now to push lower, or is it going to push higher now? There's a supply zone up here, but if we break this area here, it looks as if we look like we may be trying to, not 100%, then we broke structure back to the upside. But look at what it's doing here. They are really, let me see here. We're still in that supply zone right here. So be careful here. There's supply right here around 64 3/4, where they can reject that and push lower. Let me see here. No, not yet, not yet. There's not an area of supply. Well, it could form here. Pushed up, pull back, broke higher. If we get a break below here, then we can look for a pullback, but not yet. I'm just kind of following to see what's gonna take place here. But they came up here and ran this area here to grab liquidity. I mean, look at it. It's a high here, it's a high here. They're grabbing liquidity on the top ends, and they could be trying to grab it. Look, they took all that out right there. Okay, wicked it out, and now they may be trying to push lower now to fill in again the remaining part of this area down here. Okay, so I'm into a long entry here. Market could push lower here. Come back, test lower area slightly. I'm trying to take it back up to this area right here. This was a demand zone right here. It did break below it slightly, so I'm looking for it to come up and at least test 82. Yeah, 882. But it looks like, okay, there we go. Come on, baby. Push up. Hopefully I get filled here, and this will be my last trade here for today. But you see it pulling back. Okay. All right. This is the pullback on the lower time frame. Struggling to push up now. Come on. Trying to see here. Okay, come on up. Nope. All right, come on. It keeps pulling back like this. I'm gonna go ahead and close out. It's like just pushing and pulling. It's probably gonna come up here and test this area, maybe higher. There is a supply area up here, but be careful because now we're breaking back to the upside here. So watch it go up there and hit my area where I have my TP at. It's just pushing and pulling. We're at a high volume area, and the trade should have been. Let's see here. Yeah, break above right here. This area here at 73. There it goes. There it goes. Come on, watch it go up there. I had my TP at 82. Let's see if it hits 82. Bam! There we go. 82 to the tick. You see that? 82 to the tick. So I would have grabbed probably 5-6 points right there, just quick off the NASDAQ. But it's okay. I'm not going to complain. Couple of trades today. And again, be careful because we are on a higher time frame breaking back to the upside now. So I'll be very, very mindful. What could take place right here. Let's see. And honestly, I don't think it's done yet. I'm going in for a long here. I'm looking for it to fill back in up here to at least maybe 85, 86. Let's see what happens. All right. Right up in here. Come on, baby. Yeah, so I'm going to hold this trade. Come on. There we go. Break higher. They filled that. Okay. It's not done yet. I don't believe it's done yet. I think it's going to push a little higher here. All right. Still don't think it's done yet. I'm going to take out right here. All right. So 2 little quick scalps long. I think it's going to come up here and test it. There it goes. See, look, see, I'm calling it, guys. I'm telling you. It's going to come up here and test 88, 85 and 3/4 and maybe break that high there and aim for this area of supply resting up here on the higher time frame. More than likely. So we'll see. So let's see what it does. Let's see if it goes. Okay. So I say what, 885 and 3/4. What are we, like a tick away from there? There it goes. See? So it's just that pushing and pulling. When it's not pushing fast enough in my direction with momentum, then I'll get out. But it came back here and it pushed slam right to the upside. You guys see that. But that's all I have for you today, guys. I appreciate you tuning in to the channel each and every day. For everyone who does, I appreciate all the loyal supporters and members that are part of the community here. Everyone who has joined and signed up, but join the Discord community, because the Discord is free. If you're interested in joining the Discord, all you have to do is find the link down in the description portion of the video. Invite yourself in. Come over and join us on the trading floor each and every day. Or you can, if you have questions about the future markets, strictly, I'll say strictly, but mostly pertaining to probably the indices futures, because most of us trade like either the NASDAQ or the ES or the micros just as well. So come over and join us if you're a futures trader and you want to become part of a solid team of traders and group of traders. And we have people that are watching the videos, educating themselves basically on a simple strategy and how I trade. I pretty much go into detail about the strategy each and every day in my videos, and talk about the how using paired charts. Excuse me, guys, for the background noise. Somebody must be passing by. But anyways, using paired charts, using a higher time frame, lower time frame, looking for confluence, and using those 2 charts together, whether it's a supply areas of supply or demand, it all works. You just got to practice and be consistent with it, and you will be profitable if you put in the work. We have a lot of traders that are part of the community that are finding success. Each one of them have their own personal story to tell, I'm sure. But the story what I hear over and over again is, I struggled for years. I struggled for two years. I struggled for 3 years, and now I'm able to see some light, and things are turning around. Whether you're breaking even on a daily to where you were losing before, or now you're consistent in being profitable, put in the work and it pays off. Is what I'm trying to say. Also, if you are not a current subscriber, what are you waiting for, guys? It's one of the best communities here on, I feel like, and personally, on the platform of YouTube, in reference to going over how to trade the futures the correct way when it comes to supply and demand, in the way that I trade it using range-based charts, okay? I don't use time, volume, or tick-based charts. I use range-based charts, and each person over on the Discord community will tell you why. Those that have converted or transformed over from using maybe time to range, they'll tell you the reason why. It's just because it's easier to read, simply like that. You can see the setups with your eyes, and there are more setups that can be taken throughout a current session. All right, versus having to sit back and maybe want to get 1 trade a day, and that's all you really need, to be honest with you, is 1 trade a day if you know how to trade it correctly. But in trading range-based charts, you get multiple opportunities, okay? I'm not telling you to take every one of them, because there's a such thing as what's called low probability versus high probability setups, and I talk about that here on my channel. So if you are a current subscriber, what are you waiting for? Click on the sub button down below. Become part of the team. Make sure to turn on all your post notifications by clicking on the bell next to it. And last but not least, drop a like. If you're interested, because I get this every single day, how do I become an elite channel member or elite channel supporter? All you have to do, if you see the join button right there or here on the video, click on the join. There's 2 tiers through YouTube. It's a membership program, which basically you have the loyal channel supporter and the elite channel supporter or membership program. $6.99 a month. I'm sure most of you guys probably who work probably spend more than that on your lunch a day or on a pricey cup of coffee. And it's like for $7 a month, $6.99 a month, you're getting so much value. And if you're someone that's really looking to, see your trading take off, because I can't sit here and say that it's guaranteed that what I do is going to work for you, okay? Because everybody is different in reference to their personalities and how they trade, because there's a whole nother being, a whole nother side to becoming a great trader. And that's being able to understand what areas or what things you struggle with. Is it greed? Is it fear? Are you a revenge trader? So you have to figure those things out. The strategy works. Those that traded that are part of our community, they will tell you time and time again they found success in doing so. So for $6.99 a month, okay, not a day, not a week, it's just a month, $6.99. Okay, what do you get? You get the trade breakdowns to where I go into detail about in reference to the trades I take. Okay, I don't break down every single one of my entries, but over on when I talk about if you're an elite member, I post those videos. They're private to that group of members that sign up for $6.99 a month, and that's why I break down my trades in detail and discuss it, because it's important for people to understand a trader's mindset. What were you looking at? Why did you take that trade? Where are you looking to take the trade to? What would you get out of the trade? Those type things. That's important. Risk management, right? Trade management, as well as you get the video playlist. That's a hand selected list of videos that I picked out of 600 plus videos that I posted here on the channel that cover the most important, essential concepts and things that I feel that people really need to know. So you get that for $6.99 a month. So all you have to do is click on the join button and join today. That's it. All right. I'll see everyone in the next video. We're wrapping things up. We're getting a step into the new year. We got the holidays ahead of us for those that celebrate the holidays. And I wish everyone a safe trading day if you are still trading today. I'm not sure how many of you are going to actually trade tomorrow, but I may not trade tomorrow, and I don't know how much I would actually trade next week. We'll see. But hey, have a successful trading day, and always remember, try your best to be green on the day, all right? If you're someone that likes to overtrade, start to be more patient in your trading, okay? Patience leads to consistency. Understand that. Take care.